This is the story of the time that I worked really hard to be on my high school soccer team. I had practiced every single day for 2 years doing competitions just for this one faithful day. I had played soccer and recreational teams ever since the 6th grade at my local YMCA in Glen Allen. I was the smallest one and least experienced, but I quickly grew into my role. All the players in my team had an earned nickname, a nickname that our coach gave us based on our performance on the field. After my first few games, I was given my very own. I became TLC because I always fell and ran into people and messed up, but I always got back up, listened to my coach, and kept going. Ever since then, I took pride in my ability on the field. As a part of that team, we were all very close. We always had family dinners at each other's houses and always had great team chemistry because of this. I went on to high school soccer at my local high school, Jamestown. After moving away from my beloved team, soccer was very different. They took it a lot more seriously and played to win, not to have a great time and rejoice in being friends, as well as a team. Freshman year, junior varsity wasn't that difficult to make, yet I realized I wasn't seen as a major player anymore. I sat on the bench more than I was allowed to play because I wasn't one of the many who had played on the competitive recreational team since I could walk. This bothered me, but soon the season was over and the bother didn't last. However, after taking my sophomore year season off, when I returned to the team and the pressure to make varsity was a lot higher and more intense than I had anticipated. I was working day and night just to be as great as everyone else. It was a lot more pressure to know skill instead of playing the game, which I had been doing all along, which I was able to get away with in my freshman year. However, I found myself being forced to know drills that were a lot more difficult than I had tried before. I worked incredibly hard just to have the coaches tell me that I wasn't as good as everyone else, but they weren't cutting it anyone, so I would have to work a lot harder than everyone else to stay at the bottom of the roster. It was this pressure to exceed and be better than everyone else that led to the accident. The day before our first scrimmage, we were doing a circle drill where you cross the circle with the ball and do a skill as you cross. As it became my turn, halfway through the circle, as I was lightly tapping and rolling the ball from right to left, I put too much pressure on the roll to my left and my right foot went around the ball, and I did a complete 160 and landed looking at the sky not knowing what had just happened. Moments like these make me work incredibly hard. After having years off and coming back to club teams, I realized that failing once or twice doesn't really mean anything. It's yourself that'll allow you to either keep going and to keep accomplishing, or it's also yourself that'll make you stop and just not pursue your dreams anymore. I'm happy to say that today I still play with all of my friends and I still have an absolutely fantastic time, as well as probably trying out for the new club team here at VCU.